Hey, what's up, everyone? We are on to tray 9 tonight, and that is what they look like in the package. So, yeah, we made it to tray 9. This is a D later. I did what is wrong with my words? I did go to Florida last week. I just went back to work this week. Getting ahead of myself. I already brushed, flossed, rinsed, and did my mouthwash for the night. My trip to Florida, I wouldn't say was a complete disaster, but I didn't get a chance to go to any of the parks that I wanted to go to. Turns out you had to have a reservation because of COVID. The parks were all running at 60% capacity and not 100. But aside from a sunburn, which even though I used 100 SPF, apparently me in Florida sun, yeah. It wasn't a total waste though. Like I must say, I flew out of Manchester and landed in Orlando. I met some interesting people in Florida, that's for sure. Yeah, I would go back. Probably not by myself though, but I would go back. And now that I know for the future that you should probably just make reservations. See, I didn't buy the tickets and do that when I booked it because I got told that I could have just went to the gates the day that I wanted to go. I could just pick a day and go. And turns out that wasn't the case at all. Mainly because of COVID. So, you live and you learn. And I learned a lot, I guess, about myself because you go and think that you can't do things by yourself, like traveling and being a female who turned 37 actually a few days ago. You kind of get thousands of miles away from where you live and you find out that you're all alone, and you knew that, but then like reality hits when you get there. And my first day I got lost in Florida, very lost in Florida. So from the airport to the hotel should have only taken me 30 minutes, I think the GPS said, when I finally got to the hotel, but because I got so lost it took me over 2 hours. They didn't tell me that the check-in time was 4 o'clock, so my flight was actually out at 6 and we actually got there at 9. We got there a half hour earlier, so by the time I got to the hotel at like almost noon, they had to switch my rooms because of the whole checkout time, and I would have had to stay around until like 4 o'clock, and that was a mess. And but it got fixed. Some of the things at the hotel I wasn't able to do because turns out you needed a reservation, even though the hotel had said like on the website that the hotel offers these things, but apparently you had to reserve stuff. I don't know, but I did spend a day at the pool, which is how I got my sunburn. There's like a spot on my leg, actually like 2 spots on each leg, but it just kind of looks dirty now. Maybe it's turned into a tan, but it'll be like the weirdest tan ever. Maybe at the end of this video I'll show you guys. But yeah, even with sunblock, I did still get a burn. Luckily it was Thursday, so when I flew back on Friday, I didn't have to like go without aloe or anything because I knew I wouldn't be able to take it on the plane with me. But my flight back was very interesting. It got delayed. I was supposed to fly out at 1:55. We didn't leave Orlando until like 4:30, and then they lost the pilot, which that delayed it too. But once we eventually got everyone where they needed to be, we were off. And by the time I got home, it was like 8:30, because then I had to go excuse me, then I had to go get my car, and I got charged an extra day to keep my car in Manchester because the flight got delayed. So Yeah, and then it was just a matter of me getting home, and I was never so happy to be home. But I am very proud of myself. A few of my friends have asked if they thought it was a waste because I didn't get a chance to actually do anything. I did. One of my friends that lives like an hour away from where I was staying, she did come and hang out with me one day, so that was nice to see. I think that made it all worth it, honestly. But yeah, so nothing major. I didn't take too many photos when I was in Florida, but the weather wasn't bad. I didn't get to see any like storms, which I was kind of hoping for storms, but it is what it is, honestly. And the only reason why I didn't put my trays in last night, because normally I do it Monday nights and not Tuesdays, is because there was a few days where like I was eating a lot. I don't know what was wrong with me. I was just really hungry. So I felt that they were out a little longer. So just to be safe and I didn't want to like hurt myself, I just decided to wait another day. So that's why they're going in today and they didn't go in yesterday. So I am, as everyone can see from the beginning of the video, I am on tray 9 of 30. So we will go ahead and rinse these puppies again. I mean, every tray, I feel like my bite is changing. People that I work with say my teeth look, I mean, the bite is still terribly off. But now I notice when I chew, like my teeth are hidden differently. Like different teeth are hidden teeth that they didn't used to hit before. So my bite is changing. I can definitely tell. Just like from when I'm eating. But this is the bottom. I rinsed it again. I rinsed it before I started the video, but I did rinse it again. And oh my god, so when my flight got delayed, I was so hungry at the airport. So hungry because I had woken up. I checked out of the hotel and drove to the airport, which took me about 45 minutes to get there because I got a tiny bit lost, but I did hit traffic. Most of it was the traffic. I didn't get as lost as I did when I first left, but I had signal because leaving Orlando, I didn't have signal because I was in the parking garage, and I didn't have signal when I left. I didn't realize you either go right or left. There's no like in between, no spot to pull over to get signal on a phone and type in directions. But yeah, so when my flight got delayed, I was hungry because I had eaten a few grapes in my hotel because I had bought some fruits from my room, and I had eaten a few, but when my flight kept getting delayed, I was getting hungry, and I knew I had a 3-hour flight back. So I did the one thing that I've never done. So I popped my trays out, I ate my food, I went to the bathroom with my luggage in my purse, and I flossed, rinsed my mouth, and put them back in. By the time I got back home, they were gross. I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't have my cleaner, so the 2 weeks that I was in Florida, I was using a tiny bit of toothpaste and I was brushing them, and it did the trick, but I don't recommend that. If you're in a pinch like I was, it'll work, but my cleaner, like I love my cleaner. But anyways, let me rinse these again. I noticed that, like, I've always tried to figure out why they say rinse them. When you first pull them out, they seem really stiff. Like, when you pull them out of the package, they seem stiff. So, like, I feel like the water makes them less, like, stiff-ish. I don't even know if that makes sense. I don't know. But let's go ahead and, I have the bottom. Let's go ahead and pop the bottom one in. Why does my nose look so red? Okay, instant pressure. Believe it or not, it's not in the front teeth. It's in the back. And I noticed I had to kind of like push it in to get it to click in. But yeah, the pressure is definitely in the back, so on the molars. But let's go ahead and rinse the top ones now. Here it is. Like I said, I did rinse these before I started filming. Let's go ahead and rinse them up and then shake them off a little bit. And then that's the top one. As you can see, these is still like very much out of alignment, but I have noticed that, like, based on my first tray, like I remember like having to push it to get it to click in. So I have to do that less. So that's how I know like my teeth are definitely moving and based on my bite. So yeah, let's go ahead and pop the top in. I'm so happy for new trays. See, so I did my bite without them in, and my teeth are rough. Not gonna lie, this is why I'm doing this though, because my teeth were bothering me. But like with the trays make them look better, because like front teeth, back teeth touching. They feel okay. The top ones I can't really tell if there's like instant pressure, but definitely on the bottom. So let me bite on my chewy, which will force them into place if they're not fully in place, which I wonder about the top one right now. Oh, they don't feel terrible at all. Like I said, a little bit of pressure over there, but nothing like crazy that I'm like, ah, what's that? I lost my chewy. I definitely feel like this time it's definitely going to be the back teeth that are going to be moving. Like I feel no pressure in the front at all. But I feel like the past few trays I've instantly felt pressure like in the corners. But my appointment before I went to Florida, actually I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the last video, they filed down in between my front teeth again from here to here to make space for my teeth that are going to be moving. So yeah, if I wake up and there's new pain or anything, I will be sure to follow up with everybody. But yeah, that's about it. So new trays are in. We are on tray 9 of 30. And you know, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like honestly, when I don't have them in when I'm eating, I just feel like, oh my God, I got to get them back in. And just that kind of mindset from when I had first started, I was like, okay, they're a little weird and they're a pain to get out, but like they're not anymore. Like once you get the hang of it, like you got it. Although I feel like some trays may be harder maybe to get out, I don't know, in the future, but so far I haven't had a problem, except for when I first started, and they're kind of my friends now. Sounds stupid, but like when they're not in there, I just feel weird. Like my teeth kind of feel sharper because like I'll do that and I'm so used to the plastic being there that when I go to accidentally bite my lip and they're not in, I'm like, ow. But I mean, I do like them, and it's been a good experience so far. I am only on tray 9 of 30, like I said, but it's definitely been a good experience. And I don't do a lot of things for myself. Although this year, I mean, I've already gone to Florida. I've gotten Invisalign. That was at the end of last year, but I feel like this is going to be a good year. Like, things have got to change. And I'm going to make them change because I'm worth it. My next adventure is I have always wanted to do a hot air balloon ride. So if anyone's ever done that, comment below how it was, your experience. Would you do it again? I have an aunt that did it years ago and she loved it, and she said like the experience is just like no other. For some reason I feel like I just want to be up in the air lately. I don't know why. But I have always wanted to do a hot air balloon ride. I feel like that would be the coolest thing ever. It would kind of remind me of the movie like Up, the balloons. Or just, I don't know. I feel like it would be a great experience. But, yeah, so I'll stop babbling. And tray number 9 is in. And it's feeling okay. Nothing crazy. Like, I have no complaints right now, honestly. Yeah, so that's that. I hope everyone is having a great night. And stay safe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.